Move on with a look through what's grabbing headlines in the international papers. That's with Flo Villamino. Hi there, Flo.
Okay.
Now, we did just make a little detour to China for a few minutes, but we are going to return to Greece.
Go back to Greece.
Dominating those headlines.
Absolutely. Let's start in Greece, first of all, where papers, of course, are still reeling from that no vote on Sunday. I pulled out a cartoon actually from Ekaterineni. That's a center-right paper. They were in favor of the yes vote. You can see the yes, nay in Greece crumbling under the ochi, the no vote, and a very triumphant-looking Alexis Tsipras, the prime minister there on the top. But looks like that whole thing could come crashing down. If we take a look at the front page of Ekaterineni today, they're focusing on this evening's European summit, where the future of Greece will be decided. The summit that will decide the Grexit. That's what Ekaterineni predicts. Time has run out, according to Ethnos. That's a more centrist paper. Time has run out to find a solution. And Avgi, that's a paper that's actually close to the Tsipras government. They say the ball is actually in the creditors' court.
Now, Stephen Carroll was just telling us that Jean-Claude Juncker, the president of the European Commission, has been having a bit of a pop at Greek ministers and officials for speaking out maybe too much for his liking in the press. Well, one of them, Yanis Varoufakis. He's not finance minister anymore, but I think we're still interested in what he's got to say.
That's right. Yesterday, he, of course, resigned. And on his way out, he had some pretty harsh words for the creditors. He says, "I wear the creditors' loathing with pride." That's what he wrote on his blog as he rode off into the sunset on his motorcycle. Those are the terms that lots of papers are describing his departure yesterday. Lots of papers are focusing on his time as a finance minister. Quite a short run, 5 months. El País says that he was a provocateur, agitator who really changed the economic orthodoxy in Europe. So pretty glowing words for the ex-finance minister in the Spanish paper. In the Independent, the British paper, is a little bit less glowing. Says he was certainly one of a kind, very flamboyant style, but unfortunately, fame seemed to go to his head. So you can see here they're calling him the economic narcissist as he's riding off into the sunset with his wife there. Even harsher words in the German press, as you can imagine. I pulled out an article from the magazine Der Spiegel. They say that he was very much the rock star politician with his tieless, never wearing a tie, open collar, leather jackets. But they say that the fact that he left office in this roar was really a final act of self-preservation. He's leaving the world, the Troika, Angela Merkel, and the Eurozone behind in his rearview mirror.
Well, maybe he just doesn't own a car. Maybe we shouldn't read too much into the motorbike. Anyway, moving on. I don't think we're quite taking bets on this just yet. It seems a little bit distasteful, but a lot of people asking, is there going to be a Grexit or not?
That's right. Lots of people. Interestingly enough, let's take a look at what China has to say about this. In China Daily, they say China predicts that Greece will stay in the Eurozone. Very interestingly, this paper, this official Chinese paper, focuses on the Grexit or not in their editorial. It actually calls on European leaders to read between the lines and see the no vote as actually a call for a workable plan. And at the very end of the editorial, China Daily says the EU leaders should keep in mind that they can always count on China's support to help build a plan for the future.
OK, let's just have a word about another story. Away from Greece, over in the UK, people commemorating 10 years since the 7/7 bombings in London. With some ceremonies today.
That's right. Lots of emotion in the British press, as you can imagine. Let's take a look, first of all, at the front page of The Times. There's a very moving photo of a woman, Jill Hicks. She actually lost both her legs in the attack at the King's Cross station. You can see her hugging a police officer, Andrew Maxwell, who pulled her out of the train that had been bombed. So lots of ceremonies going to be held today. Lots of papers looking at just how far the country has come in the last 10 years. Interesting comment piece by Mehdi Hassan in The Guardian today on the aftermath of the 7/7 attacks for the Muslim population. According to this piece, the decade since has seen the Muslim community unfairly demonized. So very interesting piece if you're interested in The Guardian.
Absolutely. And those ceremonies, we will be covering those later on here on France 24. Thanks for now. Flo Villamino looking through the international press for us.